Welcome to McKinley Connects, real people, real stories. Today I'm so excited to have our CEO, Anil Vattarpady, in the studio with me. So please welcome Anil. Hi,
Hi,
Anil.
Grace. Hi, Grace. Thanks for having me today. Appreciate it.
Goodness, I'm so excited, Anil. How is your day going so far?
Day's been good. It's definitely been busy, but I like it that way. But I feel energized. There's just so much going on, so it's going well.
I'm so happy to hear that. And that's a perfect segue for today's conversation. We're going to talk about our strategic plan. And Anil, why don't we kick off by sharing with our audience what are the core goals of McKinley's 3 year strategic plan and how do they align with our mission and our values?
Yeah, absolutely. I first want to stress why a strategic plan is so important for an organization like McKinley. Um, for a nonprofit organization that dedicates their time and efforts, to providing much needed human services. The strategic plan provides a roadmap for the future. It helps to align our efforts with our mission and values, and it provides for opportunities for us to grow. Um, the development of our recent strategic plan really was a wonderful process, and I know, Grace, you were a part of that as well. And we formed a committee with our board of directors who are all volunteers. And they serve McKinley because they believe in so much of what we do. They believe in everything of what we do. It was very collaborative. We had a facilitator that also helped us with the process. And we were incorporating a lot of diverse insights and expertise as we were putting our strategic plan together, along with having very honest conversations about where do we believe McKinley needs to be headed in the future. Um, we established a theme for our strategic plan, which is the future is unwritten. And, we talked about this extensively about why that's such an appropriate theme for our strategic plan. We're writing our future as we go, and we're taking everybody with us, and we want everyone's insights, everyone's help. And as you know, too, we're embarking on our 125th year of service. And I mean, what a time to develop a strategic plan and to really bring all of our supporters along with us as we're developing and creating this new future. So it's an exciting time. During this process, we also updated our mission and vision statements because we know McKinley's changing. Who we are today is very different than who we are just as recently as 5 years ago. Um, so it was an exciting process just to even go through and develop a strategic plan, and I'm so proud that of what we came up with. Um, the core goals of our strategic plan, we really identified um, four major areas that we want to focus on. The first is sustainable growth. We're always looking to see how we can be of service. And we want to continue to impact more and more lives, more and more communities. And so we're excited about the opportunities to grow. Over the last several years, McKinley has grown quite a bit, and we see no reason why that can't continue. Um, our goal, though, is to grow sustainably, to be sure that we are growing in a way that makes sense, in a way that we know McKinley can continue to make an impact. Um, our second core goal for our strategic plan is really going back to what our values are, and as you know, we live by our human values. It's an acronym that helps to describe the environment that we seek to create here at McKinley. Our goal is to truly see those values embedded in everything that we do. Um, third is that this is really focuses on what makes McKinley special. And that's the people that work here. It's the team that we have. We have a wonderful, wonderful team that just makes miracles happen every day. And our goal with our team is that we want McKinley to be their destination. We want all of our team members, to feel rewarded when they're here. To feel as if they're doing meaningful work every day, and to really believe that this is where they need to be. That once they've gotten to McKinley, they've made it. Now we have some work to do in that area, but we're excited about that being part of our goals. And then lastly is part of what we're doing today, which I'm really excited about, nervous, but I'm excited about it, which is we have to find ways to amplify our storytelling. To make sure that all of our communities know about the tremendous impact our team has on communities every single day. That includes opportunities such as this, and many more creative things that I know you're going to come up with. So that's really what our strategic plan is focused on. And as you can see, it's exciting for us. It's really going to take us into some new directions that will redefine what the next 125 years will look like.
Oh, Anil, thank you for sharing that. And truly, when you say it's exciting, I feel invigorated. I feel, energized to wanna to bring even greater ideas and concepts because, you know, we do incredible work and we need to be informing our community, our partners, our donors, everyone about what we're doing. Let me go back to the strategic plan. And one of the things that I really admire about you and our board and our senior leadership team is that we are always looking ahead. What is the climate out there? It's kind of like being a captain of a ship. You're seeing where are there storms coming up? What do we need to do to anticipate that? And one of the questions that I have for you is in this strategic planning process, I'm sure that part of what's driving this is seeing what are some risks, what are some challenges that are coming ahead, and how will we face those as we're moving forward. Would you be willing to share with us a little bit more about how we see that unfolding?
Oh, sure. And you're absolutely right. This was a big part of the conversation we had about developing our strategic plan is that we needed to be honest with ourselves about what are those risks and, what are the areas where potentially it may not be a good fit for McKinley. Um, we're like any other business in so many ways where we're subject to the fluctuations of the economy. When the economy is not doing well, it certainly impacts us. Um, California is unfortunately in the midst of a major insurance crisis that's really impacting so many people on a personal level
Mhm.
and businesses as well. We're certainly feeling the impact of it. Um, the environment that we operate under, human services, child welfare, that too has been undergoing a lot of change. And of course the intention is positive, but it's been undergoing a lot of change. And so we know that as a result, some programs that we currently have, we may see them shrink over the next several years while others will expand. So there's opportunity there as well. Um, as we develop the strategic plan, it's so important for us to take an honest look at that and to realize that there are some things that perhaps at this point we can't predict, and that there are some risks that we need to determine how do we encounter those risks so that we know that McKinley can continue. And 125 years later, they'll be celebrating another anniversary, and that's really what our responsibility is as leadership.
I love that, Anil, and I again, really admire that we are, always forward thinking and at times needing to pivot when we need to and being nimble enough to be that, even though we're so large. So I do admire that. Let's talk a little bit about innovation and technology. I mean, you just shared about our growth. We have grown exponentially in the last several years. And how has technology played a role in this, and how does it impact our services and our operations overall?
Yeah, the use of technology, it's really based on a fundamental value that I believe everyone here at McKinley has, which is the need to be innovative, um, the need to be creative, the need to always find new ways to do things, improved ways to do things. And again, being honest about what are some things that we're doing that aren't working. I'm really proud that so many of our team members at McKinley take that approach, and they really want to take a look at things, almost like on a blank canvas, and say, how do we create this? How do we create something even better? That's really where technology comes in. Um, and in a human services organization like McKinley, the role of technology really is to enhance what our team does. It's not to replace it. And that's never been what our goal is. It's to find ways that technology can walk alongside our team members and help them do what they do, um, and help them in a way that they can do their work more effectively and do the work that they know is most meaningful, and which is that direct work that we do with the children, the families, the adults that we work with. As you know, I'm really big into artificial intelligence, and it's just something that's really kind of, it's just kind of approaching our field in so many ways, and it's still very much a new concept. I've been studying it quite a bit, and again, the idea of utilizing some artificial technology, artificial intelligence, it's just with the idea of how can it help us do what we do better. And just as a simple example of what we're looking at, you take some of the folks that work directly with the children, one of our therapists as an example, in order for them to truly provide the best possible care, there's a lot of information they have to digest. And this information can come from so many different sources. Oftentimes it's, you know, document upon document, reams of documents that they have to process through, and to really get a full picture of the individual that they're working with. I think anyone will tell you that that is a very, very time consuming process. And unfortunately, it takes them away from the direct service, which is really where they make the impact. Imagine an artificial intelligence tool that can help cut that time by a third, by a quarter. Um, and what that allows them to do is, again, be able to process that information, utilize it, and then provide the best possible care for those who are working with. It's a simple way of how we're hoping to utilize this technology. Some of these things have to get built out, and there are some other things that we know are also kind of ready off the shelf that we can use, which is also helpful. But these are just ways that we hope to utilize technology. And again, it's not to replace the work that our team does, because so much of what they do is based off instinct, it's based on their heart, it's based on that willingness to want to serve. That we never want to lose. It's just the idea of how can we help utilize technology to enable them to do that work even more effectively. And it's exciting. It's definitely uncharted territory for our field. So, we're excited. We're learning as we go. We've got some really exciting partnerships in this area that are developing that we're pretty excited about. So it's just another way that we hope to be innovative. And again, I think that's part of the culture of McKinley, which I'm really proud of.
I love that, Anil. And I love that at the heart of it is what you shared. We want to help maybe lighten the load a little bit for our team members so they can focus that energy more to direct services. Usually what people might not understand is that there's a lot of note taking and record keeping and things that require in order for us to be in compliance. But if this artificial intelligence could help them a little bit with that and lighten that and take a little bit less time of, from the time that they get to spend with the clients, then our service will improve. And I think the wellness of our team members will improve as well.
Absolutely. And that's the goal. You're absolutely right.
I love that. Let's go back and talk a little bit about the strategic plan. How do you envision, Anil, that this will influence or impact our donors and maybe our board members and community partners? How do you see that playing a role with them?
Well, the success of McKinley, obviously our team, we have a wonderful team. But the support that we get from the community, from our donors, from our board, as you mentioned, who are all volunteers. They contribute their time and talents to help McKinley further our mission. It's invaluable, and we wouldn't be able to be of service without their contributions. And so, what I hope with our strategic plan is that there's excitement around it, that our supporters will see that McKinley, who is already a wonderful organization, is seeking to do more. That we're not resting on what we've already accomplished, but we're asking, what can we do next? How can we increase our impact? And with that, my hope is that our donors, our supporters, that they will see the value of increased support to McKinley, because our goal is, again, to impact more and more communities, to really have a presence in as many areas as possible. And so my hope, again, is excitement by our donors. And I think there's reason for that. There's a lot of reason to be excited about what we're doing. And walk alongside us, join us in this journey. And I go back to what the theme of our strategic plan is, where the future is unwritten. Help us write that future. Partner with us. It's exciting.
Thank you, Anil. As we bring things to a close today, I also want to just share, that one of the things that I enjoy is just some inspirational quotes. And I'm always just driven by, without vision, the people perish. So I think that having vision and intentions that we see, I think is important. Without a map, we will just be wandering. And so I love that this 3-year goal, and we did have the honor of having Jessica Marquez with us today earlier because of her new role. And so as we bring things to a close, Anil, what would you say to our donors or foundation partners out there? What would you want to leave them with? Parting words, both either for their support that they've given us in the past, or maybe something you'd want to end with regarding our strategic plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, a very warm thank you to all of our supporters and donors. As I indicated before, we can't do the work we do without their support. So, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone who supported us. What I would just encourage everybody to do, whoever may be listening, be excited for us. Join us. Reach out to us, learn a little bit more about what we do. Learn about how you can also partner with us and take this journey with us. Your support's invaluable. And there's so many ways to get engaged with an organization like McKinley, and whether it's as a volunteer or, a supporter, an ambassador of what we do, or, you may find out that you'd want to join our team, and we may have an opportunity for you that really can change your life. My life changed, a little about 31 years ago, answering a newspaper ad. That's how long ago it was, and you just never know. So, please, learn as much as you can about us. Give us a call. Take a tour of our campus. Visit our website. We put a lot of information on LinkedIn, so please follow us there as well. But yeah, please, join us. Continue to walk with us.
Anil, thank you so much. It's been such an honor to have you. I know how busy your schedule is, and the fact that you carved time to be with us today, I'm deeply, deeply grateful. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day today, Anil.
Thank you, Grace, and it was my honor. Thank you.